Today's episode is What is Value?
Bones of contention between Joy and I has been the idea that value is money, at least in an organization, and I'll let her speak to that point. I have a different opinion. I think that money is a subset of value. It's one way of representing one narrow band of value, and that it's critical for business analysts in particular to really understand the difference. And this is one of the, I suppose, most telling examples I could come up with. If value really does equal money, then an insurance payout should actually be able to replace an orphan's parents, at least in principle. And clearly, the money doesn't replace the parent. So what's going on here? And there's lots of ways to think about this. And I think from a business point of view, it's important to recognize that many purchasing decisions are not based on just straight dollar money or dollars for functionality, but they're based on an experience, on a feeling, on a relationship that a person has with an organization. And those relationships are about value and brand and an experience that goes beyond just the dollars. Next slide, please. I certainly believe that money is necessary. There's no way that you're going to hear me say that we can ignore money. It is necessary. It's just not sufficient. And I say that even in the context of a business environment, because most of the things that drive customers, unless you're talking about a most basic commodity, most of the things that drive customers to make purchases don't have to do explicitly with money. That is a component, but there are many, many other components. And Mary, you mentioned the iPhone, or the iPhone didn't have better functionality necessarily than other phones at the time. But it was groundbreaking in lots of ways because it combined that functionality into a package that had much greater value than just the dollar value. Now, the consequence of that was that ultimately Apple could, make lots of money on it, but that wasn't